What's up, everybody? Red the Mechanic. So I have a Colorado here. Came in for brake noise and ABS light, a few other things. I just wanted to show you that even wheel bearings. Some people will know this already, but some may not. Even wheel bearings will show play like a ball joint. And have a look. So if you look, this has play. See the rotor moving? That means the wheel bearing is worn out. We're already doing wheel bearings, so it's good. But with this plate being like this, you won't be able to tell if an upper or a lower ball joint is bad unless they're really bad and you push hard enough and it'll have that flex. But look, you can even see the brake pad moving. So, like I said, good thing we're swapping wheel bearings, which there's the box right there for one of them. Driver side's already done, but passenger side, I didn't know it was this bad. All the noise was coming from the driver's side, and the passenger side's got this much play on it. But you can hear that. It's crazy. Also, you want to wash your wheel wells, take your wheels off, and wash underneath, because you can see how rusty this one got. And it actually, when I jacked it up, this started pouring hydraulic fluid right out of a hole right here because it was so rusty. You can see it starting to come out more. I push on the metal and it just flexes and it's coming out. So you want to wash your undercarriage every now and again just to clean up all the stuff. We also replaced the tensioner and the belt because the belt was making noise and this tensioner pulley was screaming pretty loud. I actually have it over here. I can grab it and spin it for you. Here it is. Spin it and it just... Like, imagine that on the car, how loud that would be. I also didn't put this back. Sometimes I don't because it's just destroyed and it's extremely rusty. And it's just, no matter what way you bend it, it was rubbing. So just left that off. It's something I usually leave off if it causes an issue. But I'm going to continue back tomorrow, finish up, start on this corner, do the back, and then change the oil and send it. But this is all the parts. Like I said, it has to be left to installed on the truck, and we're just going to do that tomorrow. For me, seconds for y'all. See y'all in a bit. What's up, everybody? Today is a beautiful day. I came back out here, finished it up this Colorado. I think I already told you guys I need to do the rear drums, passenger front wheel hub assembly, and brake pads. I also got to do the front shocks in the front. I got to change the oil too, but not a big deal. Check out Savannah. So I'm going to get started. All right, so to get this wheel bearing hub assembly off, we got to take this caliper off, undo this ball joint, which is this bolt here. We got to undo this ball joint here, and the axle nut and the spindle should come out. Of course, we got to undo the ABS wire too, which is this plug right there. If you flip it over, you'll see a little plastic thing right here. Yeah, that's the plug right there. And then it'll come out. So I'm gonna go ahead, get started, pop these things off. So yeah. All right, so here we are, pretty much all apart. I took off the upper ball joint, the axle, caliper, and the tie rod. I left this lower ball joint on because I might be able to get this bolt without taking it off. The other side, I took it all the way off, but I might be able to get this one without taking it off. I'm going to try. I'm going to pull this axle out, start taking it apart so I can see if it'll come off. All right, the spindle is off, all because of that ball joint right there. Right here is in the way of this bolt. So now I can take that bolt off, smack the wheel bearing out of it, and can reverse the process. I'm going to take this bolt out. Off of that. 2 seconds to take that bolt out. Shaking my head. Alright, so I got the spindle separate from the wheel bearing and rotor. Go ahead and take the wheel bearing off the rotor. So I believe it's a 17. Just that one there. Done. Just take these out. I need my big hammer. Hammer. What? Got the new wheel bearing on. Was it down? So actually, before I mount the spindle up to there, I'm going to clean this section out because it's extremely rusty. You see how much rust is built up onto it. This should all be nice and smooth. So I'm going to clean this up and then mount it up. It ain't perfect, but it's a whole lot better than what it was. I was trying to throw a little bit of grease on here and here so that next time, you know, whoever does it next time, it'll slide right off for them. It won't even be hard. So I like to throw a little bit of grease on here just so it never gets stuck again. It's just something I always do. If I'm to do it next or whoever does it next, they're going to be like, well, damn, this guy really was looking out for me. Whether it's me or another guy. All set in there. Everything's nice and lubed up. Yes, brake grease. That's what I'm using. Alright, spindle's ready to go back on. Alright, spindle is up and in. You got to slide it through the axle and then the ball joint at the same time. It's better with second person, but it's a pain in the ass with one, so that's why I didn't record it. Like I said, you got to slide the axle in and the ball joint at the same time, and then you got to throw the nut on. So make sure you have those ready. And this will just come up and in. That'll bolt up there. Tie rod will bolt up there. Caliper go back on, and it'll be said and done. Let me throw this together real quick. Alright, so here's an issue that I ran with on the other side, or that I ran into. This caliper bracket will only go on so much. It won't mount up to its original. There you go. It's stuck right there, which is not right by any means. This is supposed to be really close to this, and the reason why this is like that is because of all the rust built up on the bracket. So I'm going to clean up this bracket and then try and mount it again, and it should slide on. And now I cleaned it all up, cleaned all the rust off it. Now it slides all the way onto the rotor. You can mount up the caliper. This side will be done until I gotta replace the shock. I still gotta go get the shocks, but the hard part is done. As you can see, it spins freely. The rust isn't holding it up at all anymore. All right, I got the shocks. I'm on my way back now to go put them in.
This shit all the time without you.
So I'm not even gonna lie. It's been like 3 hours since I touched this car or truck. Excuse me. Front's done. I'm getting ready to do the oil change and start on the back so you guys can see that. I'm ready this time. Even though it was seconds for y'all, it's been hours for me, and I needed a break. I needed to chill out. So let's do this. This is what I do when it comes to focus. All right, I hold it until it's ready to come out, see? And then just yank it away. My hands are clean. No oil on them. Well, a little bit, it got me. But my hands are mostly clean. Not all sludged up nasty with oil. I mean, this oil is cold too, so it's not as free flowing as hot oil. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's loose enough. Yeah, it's loose enough. Let's let the oil come out of it. Where is it? Oh, look, there it is. It's starting to come out. Oh, there's more. This oil filter has a dang metallic pearl sparkle on it. It's crazy, yo. They throw a glitter on the oil filter. Fancy. And then when you just want to give it a little bit, nothing too crazy. You want to still be able to kind of turn it. You don't want to lock it all the way down because then it'll be a pain for me to get it off next time. It's pretty gross. Now we need to add oil. All done. Drank up the whole jug. You must be full. Alright, I got the truck all turned around. There it is. About to do the rear drums on it now so that it can be done. This is most, well, I guess besides the front wheel bearings, this would be the most second pain in the ass. I used to not like to do drums, but I come to learn to not hate them. I don't enjoy it, but I don't dislike it anymore, so it's cool. I'm gonna tackle that now. Look at the mess it made, all the rust that flaked off of it. So bad. I gotta clean this up. Alright, here's everything I'm gonna need for the back. Alright, there's everything there. And then throw it on. Alright, sometimes these just slide off. And these ones did already because I checked them for her. So, just wiggle. And it comes right off. Alright. That's one side. And you can see how, where is it? I think it's this one. See how thin it is compared to those ones over there. I'm gonna take this out now. Should be that. Okay. Adjuster. There we go. Alright, well, that's out. That shoe is out. You gotta get this off of here. And then that'll be out. Once we get this right here, as we get this out, we can swap everything else over. But stripped down already. And I popped it off. Now it's time to swap everything over. Well, that was fun. Putting it under here was a little bit of pain. It went right in here, and then here you gotta like force it really hard over to pop it in. Actually, let me seat it down. And they're both seated. Now I gotta install the adjuster here, and then I can work on the other side. Alright, tensioner's in. Now it's time to put this spring in with the with this piece here. That's on. Now we gotta throw the drum on and then adjust it via that and clicks. Driver's side is done. On to the next one. Alright, passenger side's all done now. I just need to adjust the brakes and truck will be done. Alright, so here's all the parts we replaced. We did the front wheel bearings, the belt tensioner, pads in the front, shocks in the front because the one shock decided to give way while we jacked it up, and then the rear drums and shoes. This is what's replaced. Truck is already out the shop. Took it for a test drive already. Runs great. ABS light is off. All the lights are off. That's ready to go. I just have to take care of this mess now. All the dirt on the floor, the boxes and stuff. And then we'll be out. Well, that's it for this video. Truck's done. I've got to clean up. I've got a lot of work to do. And on to the next one. See you guys next time.